Welcome back, everyone, to the Deep Dive. Today, we're really going to get into something pretty incredible, I think. We're going to be diving deep into the story of Jermaine Jackson,
Okay.
who is not only a teacher and a coach and an entrepreneur, but also somebody who's just a really powerful advocate for using health as a tool to thrive. Not just to survive, but really thrive.
Yeah, when I look at Jermaine's story, it's not just about fighting cancer. It's also about actually living, living that philosophy. Even while he's going through weekly treatments for multiple myeloma, he's still finding ways to inspire others to really take control of their own health.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable. And that really leads perfectly into the Hope Through Health project.
Right.
Which is he's a book partner on, this project is all about empowering people with knowledge and strategies to proactively manage their health.
Yeah.
Really taking charge instead of just waiting until something goes wrong.
Absolutely. And I think that proactive approach is really key. And, to understand it, I think we need to kind of step back and look at Jermaine's journey. Okay.
He was just 42 years old, a dedicated father of 3.
Wow.
When his world really just shifted dramatically.
That's incredibly young to be facing a diagnosis like multiple myeloma.
Yeah.
For our listeners who may not be familiar, can you explain a little bit about what that is?
Yeah, so multiple myeloma is a type of blood cancer that affects plasma cells, which are a really vital part of our healthy immune systems. And what happens is these cancerous plasma cells, they multiply and crowd out the healthy blood cells.
Okay.
And that leads to, a whole slew of different complications.
Oh, wow. So how did Jermaine's journey actually begin? What were some of the initial signs?
So it actually started really subtly in the spring of 2020.
Oh, wow.
Where he just kind of felt off. A lot of people, can relate to that feeling.
Yeah.
But then that summer, he started experiencing severe back pain.
Oh, no.
That actually landed him in the ER. And that's when things really took a turn for the worse.
Oh, gosh, I can imagine. That must have been terrifying. Absolutely. And, they did blood tests, and it revealed some really alarming abnormalities that actually required an immediate transfusion.
Wow.
So after 3 weeks in the hospital, he finally received the news, multiple myeloma. And, you can imagine the shock, not just for him, but for his entire family, his daughters, Anissa and Sienna, and his son, Quincy.
Oh, my goodness. It's just so hard to fathom having to process something like that.
Right.
Especially at that age. What was Jermaine's response when he was given this life-altering diagnosis?
Well, this is where I think Jermaine's coaching mentality really shines through. Instead of just succumbing to that fear, he actually approached his diagnosis with that same strategic thinking that he applied to coaching basketball.
Wow.
He became a student of his condition. He was researching extensively and actively participating in all of his treatment decisions.
So instead of being passive, he really just took control.
Exactly. He focused on the things he could control: his nutrition, sleep quality, activity levels, and most importantly, his mindset.
Oh.
He truly believed that this proactive approach wasn't just for, his mental well-being, but it would also help to improve his treatment outcomes.
That's incredibly powerful. And it really speaks to this whole idea of using health as a tool.
Yeah.
It's not just fighting an illness. He was actively shaping his health journey.
Precisely. And this isn't just about physical health. It's about mental resilience, emotional strength, and finding that will to thrive in the face of adversity.
Yeah.
Which is, a lot of what the Hope Through Health book is trying to get across to people.
Yeah. It's clear that he's incredibly committed to this mission, even while he's still, battling his own illness.
Yeah.
But I'm really curious how having a family, especially young children, how did that affect his journey?
Well, it definitely added another layer of complexity to everything.
Yeah.
His diagnosis forced him to shift his attention inward, and it really required a change in his parenting approach, especially with his son, Quincy.
I can imagine it was a difficult transition for everybody.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. His kids were understandably frightened by the news, but Jermaine stepping back a bit actually created space for Quincy to step up.
Ooh, this sounds like a pivotal moment.
Yeah.
Tell me more about how Quincy responded to this.
So Jermaine had always been this guiding force in Quincy's life, especially when it came to basketball. But with Jermaine focusing on his health, Quincy really had to take ownership of his development both on and off the court. He started applying all those lessons his father had instilled in him, and he became more self-motivated and driven.
It's amazing how these challenging situations can sometimes reveal these hidden strengths, not only in ourselves,
right,
but in the people around us.
Absolutely. And, for Jermaine, witnessing Quincy's resilience and his self-motivation became a source of silent but really profound support for him.
Wow.
And it was a powerful reminder that even in the darkest times, growth and inspiration can emerge from those really unexpected places, which is a big theme in the Hope Through Health project
Yeah.
that Jermaine's a part of. Yeah, it's a beautiful testament to the power of human connection, right? Like, even when facing adversity, we can find strength and inspiration in the most unexpected places. And I think that's really where Hope Through Health comes in. It's all about sharing these stories, these nuggets of wisdom to empower others who are facing their own challenges.
Yeah, it sounds like it goes beyond just like providing medical information or whatever. It sounds like fostering a sense of community and shared experience.
Exactly. It brings together this diverse group of voices, health practitioners, therapists, and individuals like Jermaine who've walked the path
Right.
and have valuable insights to share. They offer guidance on, how to navigate life's challenges and how to cultivate that strong mindset and adopt healthy living habits.
It's about recognizing that health isn't just like the absence of disease,
Right.
but it's a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being.
Yes.
It's a very holistic approach.
It is.
It sounds like Hope Through Health is really providing this roadmap for that journey.
It does. And what I find really striking is that Jermaine is not just a contributor to this project.
Right.
He's actively living it.
Yeah.
He's undergoing weekly treatments for multiple myeloma, and yet he's still finding the time and the energy to share his story and inspire others.
It's incredibly inspiring. I
Yeah.
mean, he's walking the walk. He's not just talking the talk.
Exactly.
It really speaks volumes about his dedication to this mission.
It does. And I think it underscores that core message of hope through health, which is you don't have to be superhuman to take control of your health. It's about taking small steps, focusing on what you can control, and building a support system that empowers you to thrive.
So Jermaine's story really is a living embodiment of all the principles that are outlined in Hope Through Health.
Absolutely. And through this project, he's really aiming to amplify that message, to reach those who might be feeling lost or overwhelmed, and just offer them that beacon of hope.
What are some of the key takeaways that Jermaine wants readers to glean from Hope Through Health and even his own story?
Well, he emphasizes the importance of a proactive mindset. Don't just be passive in the face of adversity.
Yeah.
Take charge.
Yeah.
Gather information, become an active participant in your journey,
Mhm.
whether it's a health issue or any other life challenge. Having that proactive approach can make a world of difference.
It's about reclaiming your agency.
Yes.
Even when circumstances feel beyond our control.
Exactly. And he also stresses the power of focusing on what you can control.
Right.
There are always going to be things that we can't influence,
Yeah.
but we have the power to choose how we respond, how we take care of ourselves, and how we nurture our mental and emotional well-being.
So much of health and well-being is about mindset.
It is.
It's about finding those little pockets of agency and maximizing them, even when it feels like everything else is spiraling.
You've hit the nail on the head. And finally, Jermaine wants to highlight the importance of finding strength in those unexpected places. As we saw with Quincy stepping up, it might be a loved one or a newfound passion, or even observing the resilience of somebody else.
Yeah.
It's about keeping your eyes open to those little sparks of inspiration, those moments of beauty and growth that can emerge even in the darkest of times.
And it's often those sparks of inspiration that fuel our own journeys.
Yes.
It's about recognizing that we're not alone in our struggles and that even in the face of adversity, there's always something to be grateful for, something to learn from, something to inspire us to keep moving forward.
Beautifully put, and that's really the essence of what Jermaine is trying to convey through his story and through Hope Through Health.
Right.
It's about empowering people to find their own path to healing and growth, even when the road ahead seems uncertain.
So what does all this mean for our listeners? Like, why should they care about Jermaine's story and the Hope Through Health project?
Well, I think Jermaine's story serves as this really powerful reminder that we all possess the capacity for resilience, for growth, for finding meaning, even in the midst of suffering. It encourages us to look inward, to examine our own health journeys, and to consider how we can use those experiences to fuel personal growth and to empower others.
It's a call to action in a way, to shift from being passive recipients of healthcare to becoming active participants in our own well-being.
Yes.
And Hope Through Health really provides a framework for doing just that.
Exactly. It's a collection of diverse voices offering guidance, inspiration, practical strategies for living a healthier and more fulfilling life.
Yeah.
It's a resource for anyone, regardless of their current health status. We all face challenges, right? And
Yeah.
having a toolkit of strategies to navigate those challenges can make a world of difference.
It's about recognizing that health is this ongoing journey,
Yeah.
not a destination, and there's always something we can do to nurture our well-being, both
Yeah.
physically and mentally.
And remember, Hope Through Health is a collaborative project. It thrives on the contributions of those who are willing to share their stories and their insights.
Hmm.
So if you're inspired by Jermaine's journey, consider reaching out and sharing your own experiences. You never know who you might touch with your words.
Yeah, it really is about creating this ripple effect of positivity and empowerment. Like, just as Jermaine was inspired by Quincy, and Quincy by his father sharing our stories, can create this chain reaction of hope and resilience.
Absolutely. It's about building a community of support, a space where vulnerability is met with encouragement, and challenges are seen as opportunities for growth. Hope Through Health offers this platform not only for sharing, those problems, but also for celebrating the triumphs,
Yeah.
those moments of growth, and those unexpected blessings that can sometimes emerge from adversity.
Jermaine's story exemplifies that beautifully. It's about finding that silver lining even amidst the storm clouds. And I think that resonates deeply with people,
Yeah.
especially today when we're bombarded with so much negativity.
It does, in a world where we're so often overwhelmed by, information and the constant pressure to achieve. I think Jermaine's story really reminds us to slow down, to appreciate those simple things, and recognize that true strength lies not in denying our struggles, but in embracing them with courage and grace. It's a powerful reminder that we're not alone. There's strength in vulnerability, and that even small acts of self-care and positive thinking can make a huge difference.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Jermaine's journey in the Hope Through Health project, I want to leave our listeners with a question. How can we, like Jermaine, find strength and inspiration in those unexpected places, even amidst all these challenges?
That is a wonderful question to ponder, and I think it starts with cultivating a sense of openness and curiosity. Be willing to look beyond the surface to see the potential for growth in every experience, and to recognize the interconnectedness of our lives. Just as Jermaine found inspiration in his son's resilience, we too can find strength in the resilience of others, in the beauty of nature and acts of kindness, even in the simple act of choosing hope over despair.
Beautifully said. It's about shifting our perspective, recognizing that even in the darkest of times, there's always a flicker of light waiting to be discovered. And sometimes all it takes is a little bit of hope to ignite a fire. That can transform not only our own lives, but the lives of those around us as well. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Jermaine's inspiring story and the Hope Through Health project. We hope you're leaving with a renewed sense of possibility and a commitment to embracing your own health journey with courage, resilience, and a healthy dose of hope.